Good afternoon. Today, this morning, we did Vajrayogini empowerment, and now this afternoon, Rinpoche will going to give teaching on the Vajrayogini. This sadhana is called the generation stage. Liberating instruction of the Bhagavad Vajrayogini with the face of the true truth. This year. No.
Ahora esta tarde nos va a dar las enseñanzas. Estas enseñanzas son basadas sobre las batallas, son las instrucciones liberadoras de la etapa de generación de Vajrayogini con las caras de las dos verdades.
This title of the text is not really matched with the Tibetan and English, but I think we don't want to go here today right now because it's a title. Doesn't matter how much meaning is come or not. But Rinpoche, what he said was the Vajrayogini practice. They have like outer, inner, and secret, and so this one is a more like an outer, like a brief instruction or practice, like brief practice, not so what called elaborated. So non-elaborated kind of a practitioners using so short practice. So the practice as when we're practicing any dharma practice, most important is called the three kind of a virtue, or sometimes called the three pure. So it's called the virtue as a beginning, virtue as a middle, and virtue as an end. And the virtue as a beginning mean the generating the bodhicitta. So that is what is a what called the preliminary practice, or virtue as a beginning of the dharma practices with the what called preliminary practice of altruistic motivation of bodhicitta. You translate. I will mute this one.
Okay. Nos está explicando que el título de esta sadhana
Are you done? Okay. So Lord Jidin Sumgun said preliminary practice is more profound than actually practice. And someone is here making me angry. So, but sometimes because of our delusion or our misunderstood, some people from beginning to they always want to some kind of profound teachings, some kind of advanced teaching. They always is seeking that one, but because of the we are worldly being who are deluded and who doesn't know what is the purpose or correct way to, right way to go through there. So that way, but even in the mundane life, actually, even mundane life, if you want to do some things, people will prepare, everything is prepare really well. So without the preparation, they're not going to start anything. So this is that way. It doesn't matter. It's a mundane life or spiritual life. Preparation, preparation. Preparation is a really essential point of the practice. Without the preparation, and actually it's not going to be really truly understand. So that way here we will go through. So right or correct way to practicing Dharma, first you have to the preliminary practice of the foretraining of the mind. Uh, so through the foretraining of the mind too, you will generate the motivation of the renunciation. So when you generate the motivation of the renunciation, then your mind will follow to the Dharma. Your mind enter into the Dharma. So mind enter into the Dharma. So then you will, so that how to like a mind enter into the Dharma of the renunciation is through the practice of the refuge. So that is how to protect him from this worldly fear is mainly protected by the Vajrasattva. I mean, sorry, the refuge practice. So once you generate the vow of a refuge vow, then you call the foundation of a refuge vow as a prostration. Foundation, base of all the vows is the refuge. If you took refuge and the rest of vows you can take, if you don't take the refuge, rest of other vows you cannot take. So base of all the vow, like Bodhisattva and Tantra vows, is a refuge. So that way we have to take refuge. And doing the refuge, we do prostration. And the prostration is a ego kind of like diminishing or our ego or pride, reducing that one by the prostrations. So that is the fundamental motivation of the Buddhism. And when during that time, we may face lots of different kind of obstacles. Like there are many different kind of obstacle comes, sickness or outer or inner kind of obstacle comes. That how to purify that obstacle is through the Vajrasattva practice. So this obstacle is not just like what called the what called that like a luprua. Suddenly comes. Yeah, can say it's not just suddenly comes. And so most of those our obstacles are related to the past lives karma. From the past lives or whatever we create the karma. So that way we need to purify them, those obstacles. Then how we can purify those karma, bad karma, is it through the Vajrasattva practice, like 100-syllable mantra. And so that way too we can by meditating on the Vajrasattva recitation mantra will purify it. And also when we're practicing Dharma, we need a favorable condition. Those favorable condition mean also need material support. Yeah, without the material support, we cannot be long time practicing. So you need at least you need the food, shelter, and clothes, things that is sustain our body. Because without the sustaining our body cannot practice. So we need those necessary material. Yeah. So those necessary material is a result of our good merit. Without the good merit, cannot have those necessary necessities. So that way, through the practice of the what called mandala offerings. Mandala offering, we will accumulate the merit. Once we accumulate the merit, then that help us to have all the necessity condition that what we need, and so that way it will not become a shortage for the practice Dharma. And also we have to recognize that in this life, when we become a property, yeah, poor, whatever, it's not because your lack of skill or your just being lazy. Not only alone that one. There's a lot of those are related to the in the past lives with being stingy. So that reason this life, some people work so hard but still have difficulty to become rich. Some people never work but still really rich and become homeless. So so we are offering mandala. Also, this mandala offering is a help for us to how to eliminate our self-cherishing, self-grasping. And also, when we're practicing Dharma, we need an outer condition, like not only our merit or physical body, also we need from the outer conditions, outside condition. So one of those outside condition is the guru. Without the relying on the guru, we cannot, achieve the nirvana. So guru is the guidance. So when we practicing, when we rely on the guru, also you have to learn how to, emerge Guru's wisdom mind and your mind as inseparable. So that is called the union with the Guru and ourselves. That is what mean the Guru Yoga. So this way to then we can our practices become more like authentic.
다 디더게 단도 셰바 신도 모두 대양 남규비 치즈 가시진나로지 제제로 마인바 때문에 제빈 남샤 윤도게 랑이 초와토 나고래 다 디더고 실례고야 참 이 강의서에는 jam도 대양 네 랑게 생기 변사 네 생기 다 가서래 랑도 링이 치스지 매한다고 기타랑의 생기 차차 jam도这切有那南下云多呀，第二呀出东北地做松云就干了，闲了你点切我当老说给中云就干了，怎么他都让生个变红的了，出下云就干了，对了，他个那我上木的下头吧，给你给这个呀，然后浪多起行吧，你过了呀，脚上下行吧，老说给他这个出南下云都错啊错那个两面去过来瞧吧。이 대강에 랑게 다 칼소리 탄다 시에바 신도 단진다 dit다 우리 마 칼소리 시행도 그렇지 양은 예왕 또 치도了시행을 지와 당와당 니바 마와당 튼주 라소베게 당문에 당신 이수면 당토 제리는 지딩 좋아토네 당 소소를 당무서 안에 따고 이 뉴강 됐다 많이 차 뉴강 간다 시에 신도는 추구기다 저 12년부터 추구도 다데 심지 탐제 인바 뉴강이야 심지 탐제가 야 레수 맞지 봐 데려야 탐제 집어 타봐 그냥 친구 중간에 딴 뉴강이야 가수래 예와의 인치기 생 용주가 용도입니다. 당뇨 친구 초지 수수 내도야. 다도 그 초회 토다 이게 뭐좀 라소가 다 이게 문에 제일이 모르는 수 양쪽에 있는 거예요.
Para la misma madera poder tener el material necesario para llegar a lo cual podemos generar por medio del buen mérito. Por medio de nuestra práctica de la mandala, de la ofrenda de la práctica de la mandala, vamos a acumular mérito. Y esto nos va a llevar a que podamos acumular las condiciones necesarias para poder practicar el Dharma. Al reconocer en esta vida, dice, tenemos que reconocer que en esta vida el ser pobre no necesariamente es porque no tenemos la capacidad de generar dinero o economía. Dice también esto es algo que está relacionado a nuestra karma del pasado, cuando fuimos tacaños o tepucos o ávaros que no queríamos compartir. Dice, esto lo tenemos que purificar por medio de la ofrenda del mandala, lo cual nos ayuda a eliminar el apego a nuestra autosustencia y a nuestra persona. Necesitamos que también generar las condiciones externas y esto se hace por medio del guru. Dice que sin el guru no podemos llegar al nirvana. Dice, entonces es muy importante por medio del guru yoga que practiquemos a vernos a nosotros mismos inseparables del guru.
So, and this practice like a common and
Can you unmute, please?
oh, sorry. This practice, common and uncommon practice, is not for just sometime or occasion for practice. This is a everyday practice. Like for example, a refuge practice. This is a refuge is like something that is you trust or you rely. Someone is always there, moral or physically whatever need support is you using as a refuge as a 3 jewels. Also always be reliable. So in the every day in our life we have a different condition. Sometimes things come well, sometimes not necessarily things go well. There's ups and downs. When those either way is ups and downs, any condition comes, just rely on the refuge. When things going well, so try to show the appreciation of the 3 jewels. When things are doing not good, and rely on the 3 jewels and pray to them and trust to the refuge with the faith. Then so that way this practice is not just only sometime or a certain occasion. Normally we have to do everyday things. So then with this practice, not just only ourselves, also try to benefit other beings. So how to benefit other beings? So whatever you can do for them, like even just giving the 1 day food or kind of like saying nice things, or kind of helping them. So many different ways you can help. So reason is every sentient being have a Buddha nature. So nature by we are equal, inseparable. So if like so that reason, then whatever you do for yourself and doing for others is not different, because we are sharing the same nature. So that reason, with the thought of altruistic motivation, and try to see that every sentient being as equal, not one is better, one is low. Especially self and other, like benefiting self or benefiting other is not different.
Nos está diciendo ahorita que tenemos que entender que cuando estamos hablando de esta práctica estamos hablando de la unión y de la no como algo que es regular, no es temporario, no es ocasional, es algo que tenemos que practicar a todo momento, en todo día. ¿Y cómo hacemos esto? Por medio del refugio. Dice que cuando nosotros tomamos el refugio es algo que es una manera que nosotros damos confianza a algo superior que va a estar ahí para apoyarnos, le damos fe. Entonces, cuando tomamos el refugio dentro de las 3 joyas. Dice, en todos los días hay situaciones buenas, hay situaciones malas, hay cosas que son positivas o negativas dentro de nuestra vida, pero de cualquier modo no importa a dónde estemos en nuestra vida, lo importante es de que tenemos que apreciar los buenos momentos y agradecerle a las 3 joyas por estos buenos momentos, y cuando las cosas no están sucediendo bien, entonces tenemos que rezarle con mucha fe a las 3 joyas para que las situaciones cambien. Entonces, cuando estamos hablando de esta práctica, es algo en la que tenemos que tener fe día a día. Dice que también no solo lo tenemos que hacer para nosotros mismos, también tenemos que hacerlo para el beneficio de cada otro ser. ¿Y cómo podemos practicarlo esto en nuestro día cotidiano? Por medio de ofrecerle comida a los que no tienen comida, o ropa, o cualquier pequeño acto que pueda beneficiar a los demás. Todos los seres sintientes tienen la naturaleza interna del Buda, entonces esto nos hace inseparables. E igual, la contemplación de la motivación altruística es nuestra manera de poder generar la posibilidad de ofrecer a los demás como el beneficio que es también nuestro.
Okay. So so that way now we go to the text. It's a page 1. As this in Tibetan we call that Takdama because it said Dala Taur Chibeta. Based on that we call the Takdama, but actually it's called the Altruistic Motivation. So this text is composed by the Lord Jite Sungun. The text, as a particular text, is wrote by Jite Sungun. But this is actually originally come from the Kadamba tradition, because Kajuba is compounded of the two lineage, Kadamba lineage and Mahamudra lineage, from the Atisha and Marba. Those both are compounded and that way become. So this is our special, as a before a refuge, we go to generate the bodhicitta, altruistic motivation, because really important is the mind training. You know, you have to train the mind as a altruistic thought. Without the training mind, altruistic thought, so this is a Kadamba tradition's kind of special teachings. Original come from Kadamba tradition and carry on by the we Kajuba later in the Kajuba after the Kambaba. So that way, this text is originate wrote by. I mean, the text is wrote by Lord Jite Sungun, but it originated from the teaching of the Kadamba traditions, which has come from the Atisha to later Tibet. Then it's called the second part is called the absence of the conceptual focus as the main part. So without the conceptual, without the conceptual focus or how to practice the, actually practice. So the main part of the text is a page up I mean, after that generated with this altruistic motivation, with this altruistic motivation, then with the aspiration bodhicitta and action bodhicitta and taking refuge and generating bodhicitta, those are preliminary practice called the what called the preliminary practice. Then actually one is on the page 4, it said, with the body at the sevenfold posture of the consultation. So what is the sevenfold posture of the consultation? It's the same as the seven posture of the Buddha Vajrayogini. So first one is you have to straight your spine. Because if you're not straight your spine, your central channel will be not straight. So that purpose, you have to straight your spine, so then your central channel will be straight. Then your neck slightly forward, come forward, you know, bent forward, curve. Slightly. Curve, okay. Curve means like this, yeah? No, curve. Curve means
slightly bent is correct.
Yes. Thank you.
Forward means like that, right? Forward.
No. Slightly bent forward means the twins got it.
Slightly curved.
Yeah, like this.
Do I translate now?
No. So, okay. And I guess to the tip of the nose, but most of Asian cannot do that.
Too small.
So Rinpoche said, just look the direct to the front, maybe one yoke measure, one yoke size. Okay.
1 yard. Yoke.
Yoke.
Not a yard.
Wrong way.
Too far. Yeah.
1 yard is 3 feet. 1 yard is 3 feet.
Okay, then 1 yard. Okay, kind of like in the chest forward, and tongue kind of touch on the above the mouth. What call this? Ketcheri? Palace, yeah, palace. Palace. Touch the mouth.
Palace.
Where's the stick? And leg is called the Vajra posture or Bodhisattva posture. So it's which means the Vajra posture means the both across, the left leg inside, right leg outside, and above cross each other. Bodhisattva posture is like a normal people sit, kind of like a, you know, relax, a little bit loose. But so this is it. Body posture is really important, because without the body posture correct way, you cannot, you know, concentrate by just sleeping or lay down or walking, you know, without the kind of a body support. So that way body have to train body on this sevenfold posture of Buddha Vajrayogini or consultations as I hear.
Nos está explicando ahorita que después de haber generado la motivación altruista, después de haber aspirado, generado la aspiración de Bodhicitta, estas son consideradas las prácticas de la entonces esto nos va a llevar a la parte principal del texto que está en la página 4, y esto se refiere a la postura de Vajrayogini, es donde nos vamos a sentar con la espina recta. Entonces esto nos va a ayudar a que el canal principal esté derecho, nuestra nuca, nuestra barba, nuestra barbilla va ligeramente traer irse hacia el pecho, pero no mucho. Nuestra mirada va a estar hacia la punta de nuestra nariz. Y si no, trate de ver un poco enfrente de usted, no tan distante. Va a poner la lengua sobre el paladar adentro de su boca. Entonces ustedes se van a sentar con las piernas de Vajra o de Bodhisattva. Esto significa que van a traer la pierna izquierda hacia adentro y la pierna derecha va a quedar afuera y las van a cruzar. Esta es la postura del Buda. Entonces dice, esta postura de Verachun es muy importante porque les va a ayudar a quedarse concentrados para que no se endormezcan y para que también entrenen su cuerpo a la resiliencia de la práctica en esta postura de meditación. Okay, you can unmute.
Kiluba, Kandul. So why we need this sevenfold posture? This sevenfold posture is more like a kind of like a concentration, physically concentration or physically discipline, because we have a habit of being laziness, so because of this habit of the being laziness, every day, daily life, we try to find the easy one. Always try to find the easy one. That is a habit to come from the being, lazy. So that way, so then, if you not, concentrate, or if you not focus on this physically or mentally, then bring it into the meditation or training our mind is really difficult. So the reason Dharma practitioner need the discipline or focus. So this is one part of the practice that help us to bring into the timba. And the timba mean like a kind of, I think, focus, more like focus or putting effort to continually, without giving up or without being interrupted with a lazy mind. Perseverance or timba mean like a kind of concentration. Yeah, maybe persistence.
Nos está explicando ahorita que por qué estamos sentados en esta postura de los 7 puntos de concentración. Dice porque es muy importante que la practiquemos porque nos ayuda a desarrollar una disciplina física, lo que nos lleva a la concentración. Dice que en el día a día, dice, tenemos el acto de ser un poco dice, tenemos esto nos lleva a que tomemos siempre el camino más fácil dentro de la vida. Entonces, esta práctica dentro de esta postura nos va a ayudar a desarrollar una resiliencia para entrenar nuestra mente más allá de las dificultades de nuestro día. Dice, esta práctica esta postura y la práctica dentro de esta postura nos va a llevar al Chenga, que es la concentración, el esfuerzo y la capacidad de la resiliencia para no darnos por vencidos a la dificultad de la vida. Okay.
So, but some people have maybe obviously physically condition, like they couldn't sit cross-leg and things like that. Then it's just okay that those people, because of your physically really condition, not imagination condition, really condition, then it's just okay, long as you try to keep your spine is straight. Most important is to make sure you keep your spine as a straight, because if you not keep your spine as a straight, not just only spiritual way, even just regularly on your health, when we sit like that, this kind of like a unusual way, people will sit with the relaxed way too much, then slowly, and they're between the spine, what called the spine disc dislocated, and Vertebrae. vertebrae. Okay, so it's became uneven, then later become a issue with the health. So that way, even every day, if you sit with a really straight, then it really helpful for your health too. So not going to be damage of your those disc, yeah, vertebrae. Same. Okay.
알았어. 다 뒤도고 딱 남나 최신 이제 다 최무시 그런 막 봐도 되잖아요. 다 지금 이 상황을
Entonces, está
최신
explicando ahorita,
뒤도
dice
되는
que
아니
obviamente hay algunas
소다
personas que
이치
tienen
바도
unas
통비 좀 받잖아.
físicos, impedimentos
이
físicos
인간
que no
다
les
그런
permiten
예가
poder
없어다
sentarse
나도야
en
예 치와
esta
바도
postura de
됐음
10
된
minutos de
거
concentración.
차고
Entonces,
다
dice, para estas
이정치야
personas no
다
deben de sentarse así,
상황에
pero lo
도망
más
삼
importante
계속
es que guarden la
안에
espina dorsal, la
주대는
pierna derecha.
랑시
Dice,
슈
porque
슈롱
más allá de la
푸송들 랑시
espiritualidad, dice,
그
tienen que darse
철체가
cuenta que
다 남아도
regularmente
주대는
sentarse con la
이
espalda
인류가는
doblada o no
계속
derecha o ni recta
랑게래야 소
les va a causar
양시
una mala
양차
salud. Dice, por ejemplo,
아니 양치
una causa
양대 스디 시티 쪽에 당원이라 아니
y
신과
no con la espalda derecha es que se van a destocar las
정치.
vértebras. Dice, entonces esto va más allá de la espiritualidad, porque también tiene aspectos beneficiosos de la salud.
정시,
¿Ok?
정치,
Tiempo.
정제, tiene que
시어도
정시, 정자, 정,
양시 양차 양치
정지.
양대
Okay, I try to figure out this one
Here, Tiempo, I can't hear you.
because I'm not saying anything. I try to figure out myself. Okay, this, this,
You're relaxed.
this hardware got the virus. Sometimes it doesn't work, so I need to clean the virus. So in the samsara, it's called the called the birth, death, and intermediate. 3 stage. We live in the 3 stage as all the wheel of samsara is included into those 3: birth, death, and intermediate. Intermediate, yeah, bardo. Intermediate, bardo. So these 3 stage is purification. That is what is the Vajrayogini practice. So how to purify those 3 and antidote of this 3 purification and instruction is called the generation stage and a completion stage. Through the generation stage or completion stage 2 and eliminated those 3 stage are into the Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. So that way there's a 4 way to, it's called the base of the purified, can say base, yeah, basis of the purified, and what you purify, what purified, yeah, like what is the antidote? Can say what purifies? What purifies and result of the purification. So this 4 stage.
다 도마 양시 시대의 시비 인부들이 아니 다 말아서 심진
Dentro de la samsara tenemos lo que se llama el renacimiento, la muerte y la etapa intermediaria, lo que se llama el bardo. Dice que vivimos dentro de estos 3 estados, los cuales son incluidos en la rueda del samsara. Dice, ¿cómo los purificamos a esos 3 estados? Los purificamos por medio de la práctica de Vajrayogini. Dice, este es el antídoto, la práctica, cual incluye la el estado de la generación y el estado de transformación del acontecimiento, lo cual da al cuarto camino. Y este cuarto camino se refiere a la base, a este cuarto
근데
cuarto estado
산제
es la base y la base es la
생긴
purificación de lo que
랑네
queremos
시
limpiar.
대화식
Y
님부들로 다
eso es,
랑무
vamos a decir,
다 시에
el resultado.
랑시 되게
Okay.
So what is the basis of the purifying? So basis of the purifying is a Buddha nature. So Buddha nature is provided everywhere equally to the every sentient beings, no difference. So there's a there's no beings who are who doesn't have a Buddha nature. So every sentient being have equally this Buddha nature. So there's called the Majushiri Shelung. It's kind of the Jabe Shelung. Yeah, so Tantra, one Tantra said,
추는 소가 군진 발디랑 신
Quincy,
군진
Quincy,
군진
Aleon. So all the phenomena from the form and so forth to until the omniscience of the Buddhahood. So they are naturally pure like a kind of like Nagekil mean the middle of the space. So middle of the space mean that that's kind of like a always totally pure. Yeah. So basically, it doesn't mean that space doesn't have the center. Make sense? So there's no really have some kind of that kind of discrimination. So pure like a boundaryless or free from the dualistic of like a center of space. So that is what Buddha nature mean. Always it means the naturally pure something.
다 됐다 그게 장신 대화식의 님부
Nos acaba de decir que
약하고
cuando estamos
남갔다고
hablando
그때야
de la
아니
purificación de la
양
base,
먹을기
estamos
말아서
refiriéndonos a la
신비한 탐제
naturaleza del Buda, cual
랑랑도 마시베 개인지 말이
existe
베지게
naturalmente
집에
dentro de
오한디
todos los seres
답에는
sintientes.
나가
Esto es lo
약하고
cual nos hace
롱한
igual
딜라
a
속에
todo
저거
siendo
신도
la
아니
naturaleza del
다디
Buda
가수래
que está dentro de nosotros.
무슨 균이야
Dice que
신이
esto
뭐를
es lo que
되는
llaman
다디
el
뒤야 다디
Shri
만들어서
Shilung.
뭐네
Esto
장식
es
장와 차와데
la cual nos
내지는
explica que
먹을
todo
비트만 되는
fenómeno
장난이었어.
de la forma
시
hasta
대시
llegar
내가
a la
장자
unidad
장식 다
natural.
제가
Esto nos lleva al medio, espacio medio. Dice, esto no quiere decir que estamos en el medio del espacio, lo que quiere decir es que no hay discriminación, estamos libres de dualismo. Entonces, esto nos lleva a entender la naturaleza de la deidad, cuál es como las cosas son naturalmente puras. Okay.
So this basis of the purification of the Buddha nature is a naturally pure, like a like a space. It's always a pure, but still have a lubrua. Lubrua mean the like a temporary defilement or temporary obscurations. So that temporary defilement or temporary obscuration, that is the purified, not the Buddha nature itself. So this is a lubrua. Lubrua means the something not there which is come. Not the like a suddenly, something suddenly comes. Yeah, I think there's an English word. Huh?
Spontaneous?
No.
No.
Certainly, it's okay.
Something suddenly comes. Okay, that like when people come visitor, they are not resident there. They just visitor. Make sense? So they not live there forever. So this is same way. Those are defilement or obscuration on the nature. Is it not the part of that nature? Is it just an outsider something come into? So that is what is it like in the space itself is a nature, but like today it's cloudy. Transitory?
Yes, transitory or transient.
Oh, okay, transitory beings.
다 내가 pena chachao shinto tam tone
Entonces
shevin ta
está
tanda
explicando que la
jangcha
base
se
de
lobruwa
la
da laso
purificación
bege ne
es la
tene jala
naturaleza
tani teni ta
de
shewa
de
hin
Buda, que
shevin
es
du kala ta lobru
puro
min
como el
ta
espacio.
amone
Dice
tanda
que
shewa
aunque
hindu
sea puro
jangshi
como el
mu
espacio,
dewa
dice
shevin mu shin
temporalmente
nam ta
hay
rangshi mu ne
obscuración,
shevin na
hay
ta jangcha jangchi
oscurecimientos
tamche
y
ba
estos
cheso wa
oscurecimientos son los que
cheso
ordenan
mo de la ya
purificarse.
ta
Dice que es como si
che dang
entonces
che
esta
cha dang la
práctica
so be
lleva
she
a
ndu
la
ye tham de
purificación de
mo go wa
estos
ta ne she
oscurecimientos
wi na
por
ta
medio
de
de
ta
los
ho
seres
ko ran
que
shi mo to
transitan,
tu ne
que
di na
vienen
tham bu ni ne
a
de ta wo ge tham da jang cha dang jang chi jang de jang thun go ya ma ta yin ne ta ma ma do wa de che de ka ta ni che ma de ta ni ge de ru ba de la de ne ge ta lo bu de ta bu ta che me chu ma bu ji ya ta wo cha de.
So this is called the advantages. Yeah, advantages. Advantageous. So this what we purifying is advantageous, but actually when you recognizing the true nature of that Buddha nature, they are nothing to purify it. So including the base to the purification, antidote of the how to purify it, what purified, and result of purification, those all are also advantages or sometimes called the all of the sudden, just a suddenly appearance. Yeah, so sudden one, they are not also. So if when someone who can see that true nature, they don't need to go to this gradually of what is the base of the foundation, the purification, what purified, how to purify it, what is the result of purification. And so all of those are not necessary. This not really exist, that one. All those things happen because of the advantages. Advantages
or adventitious?
Adventitious. I think I can spell you ADVENTITIOUS. Adventitious. Nyambalu purtande wa yendera shinyinde shichira na shichira.
All so ta de do lu gi ta
Vanity of this.
ta ma ra do shi jiang shi ta a jiang cha de ji
Nos acaba de explicar ahorita
ne
que
ko ta ta ji na ko ti du ka la ta thang bu gi thang de pe jo pra na ta de ka ya ta na so na tong be tong ba ni na sum chu wo de na tong ba ni ko sum de chu wo chi gi ta thang bu xie ba chi ta thang ji che thang ji xi ran xi xi de ba xi be ni bu ta na ne de ji chi wa chu bu ge ran xi la ne de ka na ne 다 최근 축구들은 지금 내외 인류가 야다 가르치 누가 안 됐던 그 가르치는 거를 주가는 나는 최단계의 랑신디 대배 맞고 봐서 이 나와 빌레 자가 우세기 강의 차별이 최대한 랑신이 다 소리 나바 타바 두반데 봐 아니 내조기 다 탐제 랑의 생기 취미 내조기 생 탐제 된다 봐 내조기 생기 디니야 아니 랑신이 나바 타바 된다 맞고 봐 이마 다디 나 숨도 드는 거 다디 나 숨들이야 말하는 있는 tipo 기름 나로야 기름이 쓰리시 사디 나로를 당고 땡이 땡이 쓰리 사디 차한 거 땡이가 배나 당고게 있다는 배는가 닝로 있다니까 추구 디신이 땡이 되지 마 니버들이야 아니 군난 게 때문에 되지 마 숨버들 주의 땡이 되지 마 딱 간다 당 도망 시를 제일랑 신이다 다 잡소리 그냥 땡기 국내 시에 신도 근데 랑신이 나바 타고 되려 다 띵고해서
대신이 그 띵이지, 교회 띵이지.
군난 게
알았구나. So so this because of the relatively there's a way to you have to purify it. Yeah, So it's called the base of the purification. How you purify it? So how you purify it is there's a 3 mantra you see. Om Subhashita Sarvadama Subhashita Hams. Om Bazan Shuddha Sarvadama Subhashita Hams. Om Yoga Shuddha Sarvadama Subhashita. So first one is called all the phenomena are empty nature. Doesn't matter, all the phenomena, all the appearance of the phenomena are naturally empty. And second one is the Vajra Shuddha Sarvadama Subhashita. The manifestation by the power of the compassion or whatever also they are, it's a manifestation within the emptiness, but they also emptiness. It's not really inherently exists, And when this is a yoga shuddha savadama, I mean the yogi, when they are raising that one in their mind, the practitioner, and this also in the yogic mind, those are emptiness. So this one is called, there's in the old tantric tradition, is called the 4 different kind of nails. So 4 different kind of nails. This first one called the samadhi nail of samadhi. So nail of samadhi, this called the Tishini, is a suchness nail, all appearing nail, and a causal nail. So those 3 are the part of this. Is called the samadhi, nail of samadhi.
Podemos manifestar la vacuidad. Y la número 3 habla de la mente del yogi como vacía, que es lo referente a que todo fenómeno también es naturalmente vacío. Dice, dentro de las escrituras de las tantras antiguas, hablan de las 4 diferentes tipos de clavos. Dice, el primer clavo es el clavo del samadhi, el segundo clavo es de todo lo que aparece, el tercero es el casual y el cuarto se llama el clavo es referente a también el clavo del samadhi. Uno es las cosas como son. Okay.
Oh, sorry. That much dichi yanja chinti sheji narana.
Kanda shikuran ranshin ge chugi da kalsore. Kanda namucho de ta ko meng namda tamdero ba marangine. Ta kanda kalsore nangdong songju ta beta ge chugi ranshin ngo nga ne ya de ta zore de ta chugi shimaya de yi chawo is. Ta di shi de la ko 당고니는 뭐 처배이나 아니 초도 주가 임바 등기 시에는 장치 코란 안에 뭐 처를 줘주고 다 데이터북 시대가는 뭐만 처배이나 아 이거는 아니 장도 로봉 주마도 중요한 데가가 가르쳐 주는 로봉 주마도니 근데 송진이 수기다 덴진 좋은 거로 다 덴진이 장야 제도로 아니 동반이 다 삼을 단 공부야 장고에서
So nature of the basis is called the supreme capacity of the manifestation, which is mean the inseparable of appearance and emptiness, which is that is Nangun Chode, mean the something that's inseparable of the appearance, emptiness. So those two are union of the appearance and emptiness. So that when you realize this one or recognize this one, then all other, it's not necessary to the rest of the practice. You will liberate it within there. That is what is the Dharmakaya mean, when you recognize it. So this is resting on this state of the union of the appearance and emptiness is what is the samadhi. That samadhi is the supreme, or that is the important. But when we cannot, abide on that state, then you have to go to gradually. So how do you go to gradually? First was meditating on this called the emptiness as with the three mantra, which is the called transforming to the state of the Dharmakaya by through this mantra.
Nos está explicando ahorita que cuando estamos hablando de la base de la naturaleza, esto se llama la suprema capacidad de la manifestación. Esto nos lleva a la unión de la apariencia y de la vanidad. Dice que cuando reconocemos esto, entonces no necesitamos el resto de la práctica. Nada de lo que sigue es necesario, porque en ese momento llegamos a la realización son cosas tal y como son. Y esto es lo que se refiere al Dharmakaya. Dice, entonces, dice, cuando estamos en el estado del samadhi, estamos en el estado de la unión de la apariencia y de la vacuidad. Dice, pero si no podemos generar este estado, entonces vamos a llegar a él progresivamente. ¿Y cómo lo hacemos progresivamente? Meditando por medio del mantra que se nos está otorgando, el cual nos ayuda a llegar a este estado de la unión de la apariencia y de la vacuidad.
So when we meditate on this emptiness, even we not realize the directly realization of the emptiness by thinking of a meaning of that emptiness alone, as a samsara will be break like pieces, and samsara break pieces mean the is make pieces of the self-cherishing or self-grasping. One, the body is make pieces. And Adisha said, by just thinking about the emptiness, it purified all the defilement of the Rahinanda and Lubuteta, as a naturally, as a reach to the naturally purity and purity of advantage. Can say advantage? Yeah. Pure Lubuteta. Yeah. Like so like all the faults of it's not like permanently there. It's just advantageous, temporary defilement. All is purified through just thinking about the meaning of that, even you don't have a direct realization.
Nos está explicando, dice que cuando nosotros meditamos en el estado de la vacuidad, aunque no hemos realizado el estado de la vacuidad, o aunque todavía no tenemos completamente el simple hecho de meditar en el estado de vacuidad, nos ayuda vamos a decir, lograr la siguiente del samsara, dice, para esto nos repetir aquí pedazos del apego de la persona. Atisha nos dijo que simplemente
Kamu toy kuman lujina
pensar
jimatril.
en el estado de la
유소 동배
vacuidad
신사다.
ayuda a
신경도 빼는
purificar
거.
los oscurecimientos
뭐든 데 싸울 다.
lo cual nos lleva a
Ah.
la purificación natural. Y esto es una ventaja de la práctica. Dice, porque aunque no hemos realizado el estado de la vacuidad, en simplemente pensar en el estado de la vacuidad nos ayuda a purificar. Ok.
So there's called the Tantra of the Union, Kajor Kigyu. And in this Tantra, they said, first thing, meditating or said, or thought of emptiness, and all the formless beings, or the sentient beings, as purified all the defilements, and feel of emptiness body or empty body, and intelligent one or excellent mind will plant the seed on it. It means that by just thinking about emptiness alone can bring the great benefit.
다 마코랑 게 빼저 코랑 마 다니 디가나 다 나데 숨데 다 한국 동이 나 다, 동 코랑 나로데 제제가 비요 숨기 장데 숨진기 되게 취던데 동바디도 삼고 그래서 다 동바디 나래 아니
Esto
안다
se
해봐
está refiriendo
다
a que
동바디
todos los
나래
seres vivientes
닌지기 랑다나
pueden
다 동이
empezar a
랑다르스네
sentir la
딜레
vacuidad
아니
del cuerpo simplemente
포멀
de
자야
comenzar.
아니
Y esto va a llevar a
자이
comenzar la
나마
vacuidad,
다
lo que va a
가르치는
llevar
거네
a la
아니 좋은 데가나 아니
plantar de la
민지기
semilla,
말레
lo que nos
최대
va a
아니
llevar
이게
a
홈 이게
generar
최대
un
데가나
cambio.
아니 치르비 랑게 본뼈베기 다 사자디야 체체데 사자디 사시디양 도지 사시 아니 치르비 라와 탐제 골라비나 제베 탐제 도지 땅 다이 차왔다 그게 다 뜻되고 아니 이 치료도 이 시기 멤버 송의 콜로 첨부수 스타 디다고 당부 송고기 나바듯이 공부를 다 송고 시베 고냐디가 조디 다 간다 해버리고 아니 나랑 또 산초비 승비 제시메 안에 다 송고 공부하지야 돼 개청부이 맞지 아니 질 송고 고냐디 랑게 산초 숨 코란수 숨도 제와서 참 그래서 이 이두가나 단다 수어 콜멘주 산초선 수시와 신도 등기기 디나레 홍홍시 죄바디야 닌지지 만레게 트네 아니 송고도 공부해서 이 이두가나 디다고 마이마 닌지 디가이 마이바 라니 지보지 송차다 라니 지 가소를 되게 채도 디다고 제외나 이 나면 다 가소를 송와 다 가소를 귀신 매지 처음 말两被写个多出个干嘛都用西过的，还是那大金都忘说。你就讲年纪给大上心，这样让给中国这样让给强就给生送来给切头，俺中国的大不光。
So then we go to after the meditation on this emptiness, said by purifying with these three mantras, all the phenomena subsumed within the grasp and grasping becoming emptiness. So that is how we visualize it in the state of that one. Within this state of the emptiness, said from this state, by expressing the hung, this expression of the hung is a nature radiant of compassion. Without the nature radiant of the compassion, if we recite this mantra, hung, then this will of protection is not going to protect us from the destruction. Because long as we keep the selfishness or self-cherishing, even we visualizing the will of protection, there will be destruction will come because of this self-cherishing conceptual thought. So that reason, when I said hung, that is the radiation or the nature radiation of the radiation, radiance of the compassion. nature of radiance of the compassion. So through this nature radiant compassion, then visualizing as a Vajra foundation, enclosure, tent, canopy, arrow, net, rise. So this is a will of protection. But the will of protection, as Lord said, is a bodhicitta is the supreme will of protection. Without the bodhicitta, no one can protect from themselves. Why? Because when you don't have a bodhicitta or altruistic compassion or altruistic motivation of compassion, and then you have a self-cherishing. So with this self-cherishing, anyone can destroy it. So that way, have to visualizing through the. So this is two way. One way, by generating the altruistic motivation of the bodhicitta, we protect from the destruction of the practice. Yeah. Another way is we have to protect the bodhicitta itself. So you must visualizing this way too. We must protect the seed of the Buddhahood, which is bodhicitta.
다 디더블기 송의 콜로기 나나 우수 다 이게 애게랑 다수 내주인들가 내주인들 아니 취지에 소송 아니 자와 타와 투수가 스피가나 다디 데토기 치 유르비 나바 장시야 아니 소수보디야 아니 공관이다 세만 매바다 뭐가 매바지 땅타 고송의 천지도 이발라 아니 진뇌이야 아니 데토기 투송이 나바디 다 투송고 이 투송디야 자와디 투도 투대고 전모고 이바 아니 강 카디 신도 자친구 이바 데다 오지 다 그랑도 투송고 디양 치 뭐뭐 이바 남마고 이바 자우메게 남자우는 건데 그만이 셰리나 자우메게랑 신바 데 라소베가 아가 셰고
Rinpoche khasing ye condition de tusundi tu yun digre nizi yun digre so
아 강top 기간에 ando 데토 투송디 마다와 초수대와 아 이건 강top 강거다
ale
강top 기간에
ale
다 그러면 제어 말고 저거 다 그런 소스
¿Cómo vamos a hacer esto? Dice, hay dos partes para poder protegernos. Dice, la primera
Sí,
es
sí.
la protección del bodhicitta y la segunda es la protección del bodhicitta misma. Tenemos que visualizarlo tal y como lo acabo de leer por medio del texto para proteger la semilla que es la bodhicitta.
Okay, so then so this the net arrays around around the outside of this grass protection circle by blessing promoted wisdom fire. So that is like around the house or the mandala, and they have a house. In the center of the wheel of protection. The wheel of protection is like a tent, huge tent, really big one. And the middle of the center of theirs, then you have to visualize an A. So I think maybe we have this image, picture, I was misunderstood with the Rinpoche one last time I was discussing with the Rinpoche. I think maybe this one should be made as the same, Ellen, I have to make this picture as the same as a Chakra Sambhavara, the first one, as a only triangle. The triangle is called the transform into the Dharmodaya. Dharmodaya is a triangle, three corner. So only three corner. This picture is maybe a mistake. So I was misunderstood with the Rinpoche. So it's same as a Chakra Sambhavara. So top is a really vast, huge. I mean, nobody see me, so there's no point to understand. They see only Rinpoche. So when I talk, Rinpoche have to do this in the head. Yes, that all. So top is a kind of vast, huge one. It's not like a, like a narrow, not narrow, small. It's a vast. It's like a huge land, open land. It's a big one, but it's gradually go down gradually. It gets smaller too, and the bottom is become like sharp.
So I believe it's a tetrahedron, right? A tetrahedron is a shape that's a triangle like this,
Yeah.
and then each side of the triangle comes down.
Yes.
So it's a tetrahedron. Am I saying it right? Tetrahedron?
Tetra means 4.
Yeah. So it's
No, this is
no, it's got 4. It's got a point here, and a point here. So it's 4 points.
oh yes, you can call that a point, but this triangle is all triangles getting bigger, smaller to go down. Okay, so
Like a reverse, upside down pyramid.
this, yes, okay,
Like 3
this is
sides
yes,
instead of 4 sides.
3 sides pyramids upside down.
Okay. Ahorita te está explicando Kempo que cuando estamos hablando de la casa de la mandala, nos estamos refiriendo a la rueda de la protección. Dice que es como una enorme carpa, entonces tenemos que visualizarla de esta manera. Dice que cuando estamos visualizándolo, tenemos que visualizarlo como el chakra Sandagua, que se transforma en el Daya. Dice esto, tenemos que, esta foto que estamos aquí viendo en la pantalla, dice que no, la tenemos que visualizar como un triángulo, una pirámide que está al revés. Imagínense un triángulo hacia abajo.
Can you change this? So if you have a difficulty to visualizing this one, then think as this space is as like a wheel of protection, tent. Yes, that one. Space is like a wheel of protection, as a kind of like big, huge tent. This triangle, the mandala of the triangle, is like this ground that where we live. And on the triangle, then we have to visualize later the mandala of the deity is like the house. So that is easy. So this, why this is a triangles? So there's a 2 way can say. One is the meaning of the triangle is symbolic of the 3 called the liberation gate. Empty by nature, it's called yeah, and double member. Yeah, so Yutsema member mean the signless of cause, signless cause, yeah, signless, aimless, and empty of nature. This is called the 3 liberation gate. Signless, what called the aimless. Yeah, I think so. This one is a symbol of the emptiness. So empty is indestructible. Also, materially, triangle shape is the hardest one, most strong one than other shape. So the most difficult to destroy is the triangle shape.
So it's signless.
It said signless, aimless,
Yeah.
The empty of nature, the empty by nature.
I will ask my master. Three gate of the emancipation of the three door of the deliverance, three approaches. Okay, aspirationlessness. Okay, emptiness, aspirationlessness, and attributelessness.
What was the third?
Attributelessness. Yeah. Thank you, master. You have no idea what I'd said this one. If you see that been better, but no.
Se está explicando que cuando dice si tienen mucha dificultad visualizando esto, lo que pueden hacer es que pueden visualizar la rueda de la protección como el espacio, dice, como el espacio que contiene una enorme capa de la figura del triángulo, y esta es la mandala, el triángulo, dice, en la cual el piso es como el piso que
다디 도지 내가 도지 최고대와 방지 첨발에 왜 시에와 다디 시에 그러니까 다마랑도 가르하고 그랬을 때 다 등기 시에는지 기름기 장차 인나로다 정치디 제조니로 기름들 투고가 정치기 누가 다 가르게 좋은 것을 다 원창가 인간에 다 정치기 누가 되고 그랬어 다음 원장가 나는 이게 등기 당국이 동고 보면 되라 한국 동반이를 장추고 왔어. 그봐? 내가 근데 이 동반이 장추가 얘기 나랑 또 체외 거기 딱 체외 동백이 상신 뒤이 저거 다 제가 하는 한국 동반이 뭐 상신 그나마 하고 뒤가서 네트워크 참고 와.
And here actually said, it said, expanded the top like the hood of the copra, and the outside is blue and inside is red. So this one is a why outside is blue, inside the red. So these are kind of combination of relay about our in the central channel. Central channel also inside is blue. Outside is blue and inside is red. It's the vast and immense on the center as a syllable palm transformed into the multicolored lotus. The syllable R transformed into the full moon and syllable Ram transformed into the sunset. Upon which are the interlaced human corpse. It means that like a dead body. Above that is the nature of my mind as a red syllable bum. Bum or bum. Blazing with the light, this transforms into the diku hook knife, sometimes called the hook knife, okay? With a Vajra handle adorned in the center with the syllable bum. So first is a, just a transform in the full moon and the Ram as a transform in the sunset. Then on that bum syllable and on the corp, bum syllable, bum transform into the hook knife that here in the Vajra hook knife, and mark with the central of the hook knife here is like a bum syllable.
장자 로부 집어들이야 다 기름기 응원장 안에 장치기 다 기름기 장제기 응원장 뭔가 장축은 나이 번에 다 장도 집어와 다 단대기 집어들지 이인들가 다 기름이 장야 가르치워서는 제가 기름 수명이 다 당기 다 정말 고한 예가 없네 말아도 다 파만이 쿠타당 안에 파르기 지선남시도 조바당 제네게 안에 말아도 르디 렘시 존에 안에 타마다 류용스토버디 차고 다 뒤라야 지름이 다 당근 원장가이 이 남바기 출 다 말하는 것은 남타로 장고 거죠. 이 원장가디 다 가서래 당고 동반이라 장충거디 다 당기 포마르기 말하는 저희는 치외 추고가 남바들 차차고 다 뒤가 다 ben makoa niko dereya ane pamegi kuta nita ane padu namshi di jongchan di chen yu gang ya ati tang pame kuta ni de ya ngana wong chang ni ba de ya ane den pe ma ni da chang chu ba si de che yu gang ane jirim gi wong chang nam ta gi chang yang la gom yu de gang ane den pe ma ni ma ta wa de ge gom yu ya di 파매기 다 급식이 넘버 장외 응원도 진행되거나 안에 인다 다고 고민 보레스 안에 디 강이야 사원비 인도의 공약 되려야 안에 송 인도로 장추가 송거 장로 송 인도의 다 지색이 넘시디 당부 용도 강이야 되려야 소스랑 힘이 띵게 되니까 ngaranzo ina jai number so yorwa so chawe so yimbe chain tyukanga ane song de la chawe yumden jai de ane tango song yinro lo changchuba di da cha da pame namshi di kuta dam pardu ge chisen di namshi di sum zone ane rein shinda ngaranzo mosone perewa dam jebe de chung yukanga ene chitang de so da bu de cha This soup there, gave a tower, ye la death bond, around the door, chitan, double sort of in the double nan lose share by doing that. But Delia, around the Chipa John Chilia, Sabun Delia, the two chance, and Sancho, and two chance, number the Chanchuya, that the Maran Mumba Chanchu was. The Shiva Chango, or that people that can they never did a wool charm. 인도가 니 이게 디나로 원 바왈레스 밤이 마고 원 바왈레스라도아 이원 바인데 오늘 제는 공대가 인도 밤이도 마고도 당고판에 준니 아니 도지 치고비 넘버 2 차 다른 게 판매 쿠타 판매기 많이 나르돌이야 나랑도 남시 중찬 되가나 때 남시 주다 될이야 르그 최당 시에다 디게를 된 민배 다고 차고 봐. 그 당고 파지 톨 셰고. 근데 수지 누는 거로. 이따고 이 디바데 장치라야 네 식당 주지디 된 도지도 다 찬세가 톱 치는서 남바데 다 주기. 이게 파도 되려야 아니 이거 방이게 소리 좀 방이 챈바디 안 소로만 소나 남바디 다 되려 자니. 근데 좋던데 근데 공부했어.
So, practice of the generation stage, you have to do the called the 5 manifestation of enlightenment. Sometimes it's called the 5 manifestation of enlightenment. Sometimes called the 5-fold true perfection. So, first is called the manifestation of the emptiness. So at the beginning, we do with the mantra, 3 emptiness mantra, meditating on the like empty nature, empty space is called the manifestation of the emptiness. Then second one is called the manifestation of the seed. So here we visualize it as sun and moon disk. So that is a sun and moon disk is a manifestation of the seed. And then between on the top of the sun and moon disk, you visualize the seed syllable. Okay, seed syllable is your consciousness. So this seed syllable is not like a word as a gross, big one. It's more like a sound than actually form. There's a form, but more like a sound. So that way it's called the manifestation of the speech of the enlightenment as a syllable. which is your consciousness. Then that consciousness is called bleeds with the light, then transform into the diku knife. What is the bleeds with the light mean? The kind of like a spray first. Then so it's kind of like torwa means the spray. Then once the spray, that one they gather together and start forming. So this one is a one start forming before become a baby shape. Actually, baby shape, they become like a different shape, like a look like a spoon, look like an ant, you know, that kind of shape become before the baby. So this is scientifically actually exists, because if you want to see, you can see in the New York Times, they call even you have a video called the Inside the Womb. So that one, this extra, you know, that one's really like timing, how many weeks and what shape. Is really same as a jewel ornament. That one. So that shape is it's like a hand implement. So this is similarly womb birth. Womb birth is first we as a death, then after the death, consciousness conceive in the womb with the father and mother's semen and blood together. Okay, so these two, father and mother's semen and blood, is symbolized as a moon and sun. One is red, one is white. So then that consciousness in the get to the middle of those two is like a palm syllable. Then when those three all gather together, first spread, then start forming consciousness and blood and semen, as yes, and all gathering together, then start forming. Yeah, that forming is here hook knife. So then there's with the bum syllable, as the bum is your consciousness with there. So this is how liberating being who born from the womb by this meditation, exercise meditation, from those fivefold of perfection, or whatever fivefold manifestation of the enlightenment. This is the fourth one. The four of those are here. You know, emptiness, seed syllable. Seed as a cushion. Yeah, cushion. Seed and seed syllable and hand implement. Those are a kind of like stage by stage of the those four from the 5 stage.
다 디다우게 당문장 시디 손에 다 디다우고 토르드 식타는 게다 가서래 안에 밤에기 마이 마도 다 다와 주조인데 된 류용수 당가랑 류도 용도 샤하고 류도 좋은 거です다 디다우 신도다 단대기 문장만 안에게 다 한마디 아니 그 용수 조바 창조가 스티가 네, 야를 딱 갈수록 다베랑 힘면에 딱그 산제 꾸이랑 힘이 남바티다 주 샤요가 되어야 다 문장아 차상 차대 꾸이조다 뭔가 참초가 참 다 조디 등기 쉬버신도 상하의 제부 축에 이 시에디 시에야 존재지 다 한다 시에가 남기도 안에 이름 되어야 다조 민숨 그런 거 조대버지 이거 띵고를 다디 가르스고르스는 다 반대기 한쪽이 인더시에는 가서 기상 누버도 그렇죠? 단 누버디 가르시고르스는 말한도 친누기 지된 남주의 심진 차야 누버죠 그래 다디 마타게 내수 차샤위는 당가라도 고아디 당 말하는 단도 뺀 고아의 치유당 남주의 심진이다 밤에 주신 바도 남시 존이도 신 다디 마타베 내고 도로 다디 인더스 차 그거 다디 마타베 내고 될어야 다디 문에 그 고랑기랑 힘뭐 대용이나 아니 간등기 시하고 신도기 아니 산지 꾸송기랑 힘이 너버디 봐 더용 다들 누구도 다 차이 차. 이 누구도 차인데 근데 원과 창조는 나이 대코에랑 시 다도 다 다야 이 등기시하고 신부 시대의 시ben님부기 랑신기 넘버 타고디 다 탄데 코어당 냥데 취탐게 다 그런 랑신 모두 넘버 타고 다 로블기 코어게 탄데 주수조로 봐 랑신 누리 잡아잡고 있는 거로 이거 다 줘야 당보디 다 치기 된저 차
Okay, just give me a minute. Somebody said something, so
I have to go.
I have to go.
Somebody said something. I have to go.
Ah, okay. Because it's only friends, so that some people cannot see. So here, then after the when conceived the baby in the womb, after the 9 months and 10 days or 10 months, then as a complete born. So that's called the completion. So here, what is the ngombar changchuba? How to liberating by this practice to from the womb of birth. Say there's have a kind of like a potential, or what was some kind of like a power, or you can say
Intervention?
yeah, I think so. This is a more like a capability, some kind of energy power. From that to and liberating this this impure phenomena into the purity by this meditation of the practice of the deity yoga.
Transformation?
Yeah, so it's a madhab, impure madhab.
다봐 바자디 종지도 다
So impure certain temporary what called the defilement is purified by this through this practice of the generation stage. So that is what is mean the ngonjanga purifying the or liberation, liberating from impurity. So samsara or the worldly life is the impure, and from that to by practice in this way, and is from the impure to transforming into the pure.
다 있다 그게 이게 랑킹이 딱 가서래 거에 네거 바자 담게 정에 다 보다 아니 다 반대기 기존 람디기 야 냥예를 때비 다 숙수 담 랑킹이 때문에 차도 그래서 다 랑킹 넘버 타비 만에 취이 추고 그랑킹 다 추고 랑킹 될래야 아니 반대기 랑조를 용서 줘야 돼야 아니 갈수록 산재기 추고 추고는 롱고다 주고 넘바게 아니 로가 튼도 칠레 넘바시 이게 제바데 땡유 가나 디랑 디디 랑체수다 단대기 가수래 류용수 조용의 로베 디기 다 단대기 랑슈디 장신고 조대 소리 차.
So also this is a it's called the Vajrayana is called the resulted vehicles or the Palayana. Yeah. So this is by directly transforming into the pure. Vajrayana is called the Palayana resulted vehicle. So by this transforming into the pure pure appearance of the deity as a by that's a kind of some kind of a energy or power to transform this one. And also this one is a when you look on the enlightened beings, so from the Dharmakaya to manifest as a Rupakaya also.
다시도 기초의 람디디 조링이 다 단대기 이거 또 람쇼도 조단 되기 아니 조링 민치도 조인데가야 아니 고 탄다 셰와 신도 다조 민수기 랑 신도 태워 셰에서
다조 민수 민수의 랑신 가서
조링 민치도 조
네.
매맞자 조 So 가르치고는 코엔네 거기 마타 내당 이게 탐제 산제기 말한도 추굴랑기 소군 남바 샤웨기 랑도 수 고민 뭐 딜시고 왔다 간다 고민 다 간다 직당이 찌기 다게 뭐는 샤고를 찌디 마타 로그만에 다 샤하를 다 뇌기 차고 다 이내 다 간다기 코랑기 시고 랑신남 타디 하고는 탐제 딩강 추 랑도 chen 고명 되가나 아니 로브 전문한테 파장토 아니 디 랑기 내디기 탐제 랑신 남타 추 말한 좀 시코랑 추 밥도 다 디기 유연되는 시에
So generation stage and completion stage through this practice, and they call the purity, completion, and mature, yeah, mature like a yeah. So those is a come. This one is actually you can use as a both way, impure way or pure way. Impure way is how to purify is a worldly, samsaric, impure birth to liberate into the pure state of the divine, and the pure way is and all the from the Dharmakaya to manifest as a Sambhogakaya and Nirmanakaya. So this all is if you realize, then you can see within the state of the nature of a mind that itself, within that state, nothing is, from that state to there's no like a samsara or no nirvana or anything. There is a dualistic, this kind of a discrimination cannot come if you see the true nature of that mind. But because of we don't see the true nature of mind, so that way this come, there's a pure perception or purity or impure appearance. This comes. So both way, but still both way, both one as it can be part of this this practice is represent.
다 대다기 단대기 배제 코로나시 또 손내기 다 싸운 대달의 워츠 아야 산제를 주마 선진지 빅데이터 되네 대다 추우스 추 드마타도 아니 도진내 좀 마이랑시다 코로나데 로고지라 신시부지 나봐 다 도진내 좀 타다 인지 코로나 주고 신도 다 도진내 좀 고랑신이 다추 가수래 셀러랑신 아니 이 시기 나 가서래 또 이 시기 선배 쓰던 덴베지다 아니 저
So then you can look here at the beginning. It said light emanate from this and make an offering to a noble one, and purifying the negative deed unto the obscuration of all sentient beings, establishing them in the state of Vajrayogini. So this you can go to rest of the visualization and what is the Vajrayogini look like, and oh, okay, I just read that from the page until page 9. Now, I mean, I didn't read whole. So it said you just look down there, and it's show you the how to visualize the in the English or Spanish. They're already translated, so no need to read down.
number tango gomma to kapsula dundu tanga ane yana jikshani tango toma lodi simdi pa tanga mo ken tanga mo ya ko ye da toma ta bi din khali lo ko ye bi tu kha tu nang ta ta rang le diang de ta wi samba kita di tu du shi di chen shi ge shi chim bo de tu shan da ta ga gang gom de 다 디도 공부가 거기서 부용도 공는 남발을 데이트 마테 가수를 대탕은 sem 만에고 차 누가나 거를 네 수수게 라과 양은 내차 총지 여러분 인도지를 센터가 소게 남바데려야 천시 천지게 상대 공약이라 아니 슈퍼삼 시간대 네 Okay, then you have to stay on this page a little while, page 9. Especially put this image in front of you. And then just visualizing on this image of the Vajravarahi. Visualize, I mean, yourself as a Vajravarahi. This visualizing yourself as a Vajravarahi or a deity practice is called the Vajrayana karma biting meditation. Vajrayana system of a karma biting meditation. So you just focusing on that this deity of the Vajravarahi or Vajrayogini. And if you have a difficulty to visualizing that one, and put the front of you the image, Thanga, statue, whatever, and first observe on that. Once you become familiar, then it's bring into the inner you, then yourself, and be inseparable on that. And so stay with this, then, take some time to hear, maybe, meditate on the state of the Vajrayogini. Yes?
Well, I'm meditating on that, which is a mantra.
No mantra.
No mantra?
Nga ka chang re sil di.
Thanda ile ma.
Thanda del to mo. Thanda na ba korang peje korang de wi na juda de na wala ale ta kirim bi hai na ba di ka na so ale thangbu di ka na se je ku shi je bi shi ne da. Shi ne di ma chen ba ting ne de ba je.
So first have to be concentrated on the image itself, called the generation stage. On the generation stage, you don't need to recite mantra or anything. Just concentrate on that deity and try to absorb that one. So just appearing and or visualizing the deity and meditate on that. That is a kind of like a mantra. What called? Karma-biting meditation. Sorry. So Rinpoche said, no need to meditate or recite the mantra, because this gentleman asked, what should I meditate? I mean, recite the mantra. when I'm meditating on the deity. And Rinpoche's answer is, this is not yet to reach to the part of the recitation mantra. So here, mostly important is a focus on the image and bring into the mind and become inseparable with that state. This is Karma by the meditation.
So Kempo, can I ask you? In some of the texts it says meditate on the deity, then when you get tired of this, then proceed to the mantra. Is that the same thing?
다 하나님 니수라 참 보러스. 다 당분이를 디가가 샤. 다 파이 넘버가 샤기 다 파이 넘버 디가라 데도 다 말하고 친구도 용 거스. 이 중국도 용인데 다 내려야 내야 채도 다 양미고 싸고 지지요. 대미고 싸고 단데 니나 가르쳐 파모 디나래 다 고차 파모 초기랑 류를 줘죠. 여러분 이 고차 파모 초기 추랑 다 단다 셰벌 랑시기 다 고지우 점파 bomba 여러분 이 고차를 한번 시기다 넘버 2 셋업고 다 단다 내라 야스 니가 2 셋업이 또 대토고.
So so Kevin asks, this gentleman asks, there's some text said, meditate on this when you're tired, then go to move on to recitations. So Rinpoche said, it's just that way. So main point of a tired mean that when your mind get into the, you know, what call this, yeah, I mean, not liturgy. It's called what called the?
Rosy.
Yeah, agitation and dullness. When you have agitation or dullness, then you do something else. Otherwise, it get boring or it become worse. So what's something else is it? So called the what called armor deity, protection or armor deity. So here's the armor deity is you can see in the image on the page 11. You can see that in the image of the page 11, all the deity or mantra, where you visualizing the mantra is pointed with the deity's color. So that is when our mind is becoming one of those distraction comes, then go there.
다 뒤도 나는 내니 다 20억 고야 진로대로다. 다 그런 저거 될 때는 뭐야? 다랑 도진내 좀 뭐게 산내기 최종 마음으로 대화 실내 챔배우 챔발레 어주 다 측다다 집에 생긴거는 좀 초주 잡았어요. 언제 도진내 좀은 눈이 남카로 다 괜찮니. 아니 20억을 하대. 다 죽은 넘버 2 셋하고 이 20억을 하대 죽고 아니 대단하게 탐색심보다는 이수면 어쩌다 제고고 그래서
So within the sacred place of the Vajrayogini, there's a red Damodaya that adorned with the center with the syllable Shri. Light emanate from this, the Victoria one of the 10 directions, together with the Tetrahedron, are invited to assemble in the space before me in the front of a Vajrayogini, Vajra Samajas. Oh, from before me in the form of a Vajrayogini. So as a me, as a also. So all the Buddha and Bodhisattva form of Vajrayogini and invite from us. So what you visualize as called the wisdom Samaya beings, and you invite him from the pure land. All the Buddha and Bodhisattva form of Vajrayogini is called the Samaya wisdom beings, and those two emerge or become inseparable, wisdom being and Samaya being, by this mantra Jahum Bamho.
다 뒤도 그게 20억 고야 존재디 다 미시하고 신도 다 랑게 류디양 다 마잉안에 차천 탐게 용수 존이 다마 Chima Tabuti, and then Naranzo in the Jigging, losing in the dark, Jigging the Santa, Naranzo Chev of Chango, my man, my turn. But early after the Naranzoki, you chi, Yurgin number and Jigging guitar, Tunju data, Japan Chilla, and then the mo. tam지 있으면 그랑 신경모 나발 타베 이식 나발 여러봐 이식이 뭐 어디랑 신경 큰게 큰 시에가 신도 아니 균이랑 그런 게 남타 뭐 어디 다들 수 초도 공내게 아니 이 시스템부터 다랑 탐지 수만이니 아니 니스면 제소야 다 되게 되거든 장고 스탄 나르게 땀 나네 마 천치 요다 튼데 당 탐지 수만 이 시스템이 제야 저거 되게 되거 장야 제도에서 다 탐제랑 비슷한 균이 되는 마대와 다 탐제 디모응안에 다 초도도 지마지 뭐 딘체 다디 타올랑기 다우지 차고
So the wisdom being and Samaya being is a meeting and merging together and becoming inseparable. So when we are born from mother's womb, we newly introduced in this planet. We newly come to on this planet. So then so that way now there's truth. There's truth. Ranta Maliki.
다치단 위지쟁게 단다 그게 뭐니 전에다 나니 나와 창이 담마 게다 지겐데다 제가도 참고 다 지겐데 나오고 담마라도 무슨 소화가 다 끼고 되다 다 디런 신 나바다 추인 코란도 뭐 담지 이 시스템마다 이 수매가랑 신 얘네랑 디다 책이 다 나바 타고 뭐 대체라야 다 담지 스뭐 이 시스템에서 다 이제야 다 나바를 때문에 이 정치지 다 단대기 치유요제 나랑 진짜 심지요 이 정치
So this is a wisdom beings inviting and melting together. When we are born in the newly birth, then we introduce on the new planet, new area, new location with the new people, and once we introduce, we become a part of them. It's called a family. We become that family. Yeah. So that is a purification of that one. These two, wisdom and samaya become together, inseparable, and purified that one, like we are meeting. So point is because this all samaya wisdom being or samaya being is naturally inseparable of our inner nature of mind. They are a part of that nature.
다 디다 담지 이신이 소매가 제뱅안이다 양 디기 지름 타게 말도 샤브도 와서 다 빼져 디나로 되는 거다 다 딜레 다 디나로 데니 공정도 디나로 송불은 시 팅에나 시에도 다 팅기 시에로 시 코란 달에 카보단 다 징화도 고발라서게 종도 다 센숨부 좋은데가 다 탁트인디 차 다거든 다 땡기 뭐도 슈바진다 다 신의 라고도 시에고시이나 다디 나가 거수 단대기 하이 넘버 때려야 심기 전부 땡이 내가 가는 네트야디 다 전백이랑 신간이야 다 샤샤고스 신의 거수 다 때려야 심디간이야 땡이 네 뭐투간이야 다네 뭐투야 용제디 나랑 상무지래 거와 배나 녀바당 야나 심망부 남도 추어가당 소유 다디 남도 추니에단 디마디 녀도요니 디 남바도 바디 딜 파장야 버바 남주가랑니 시신스보다 차서로 창과 딜어야 장야 딜 다 탄데 공배 밑배 유 남바 딜어야 다백 남바 추장 남도 버바 시신기 버바 딘주가가 아니 고이 남바데야 다 배나 셰직디야 추고이 그 셰직디 바당 안내가 소개게 다 고이 탄다고 고이 저거 디나로 송고신다 예 슈무고 저 배척하라는 다 괜찮아 송셔 대다고 셋다네게 다된디 다과디 간의 시신 전 시간에 야라네서 전신이 숨매고 제유가 야 다가 신내가 기름 학 땡에지 다가 간파 내놓고
So then here said cultivating the generation state visualization as much as possible when very of that very what is a very
Very tired.
okay when tired from that then you have to call the pure recollection. So pure recollection is when you the purity of this, the deities, and that is a bring to the mind to the pure concept, because our mind is a kind of corrupted with the negative. So by this pure being mindfulness of a purity and bring to the pure concept. So this pure recollection is actually text itself is already in here, so you can read that.
다 있다 거기 탁텐디가 찐내서 다 장토야 개침부 차고 이 인류가는 다 띵가 문에 진짜 싫어라 쟤는 마치 이 빼져가는데 다 데려야 내외이나 아니 온데다 와라히 마하요기니 마하요기니 마고하 서야 랑비심디 되네도 진내 주마 임발라 임백이 나게 체도 초대네 여러분 양수 사랑이 하이 나게 초 스단자 초 전식이 초 세벤 초 나르 체다는 게 양 초대를 내대야 그 소리 차고.
So first one is a clarity, clearly visualizing. Then second part is called the pure recollection. Then if you tired from that purely recollection again, then it's called the divine pride. So what is the divine pride here? Is it, and then we recite this mantra is Vajrayogini Mahayogini Atma Koham. So this said firmly establishing intense pride that your mind's sense primordial time has always been Vajrayogini. So recollecting that this purity of the primordially nature, primordially pure one. So recollecting. So these three. Page 16.
다 디더비만에 돈도기다 나라서 무슨 전시 디세고 마차야 친구 원도 쇼에는 다 가랑 등기시 세시 소동 세시 나게다 민부 땡에 등기시 샤도 다구나 다 디나로 셰블랑 시기다 승기 안란내 좀 마사회 산내상 야나 대화게 참내야 다 지당게 산내 공교만 많지 단대기 내가 땅이야 대화 보면 야고 그래서 안데 이두가는 대화가 참되어야 안에 메이콜로 춘중마고지 그러고 아 딜이야 안에 우수로 빼먹마 대화님의 우수 방위마고 다른 안지 유도 코베 나데베스 된 서분다 제가 그거 안지 유도 자유로 코와사마 다 손을 하인가 데딩안에 안에 딜레양 시험을 딱 전시 조르와 띵이 띵이 신내 띵 난생게 다 투베게 당야나 단다 시험이나 대외 공간코들이야 안에 지대야 이게 방이 다 랑바도 지마 로 안에 윤데네 안에 이게 지금 유대고 이 엄들이야 당고 꾸가야 단다 예고가 남고 로 수수수벌 이 나로 넘다 디하고 디런 시기 안에 고를 잡는데 가는 유행고가 남고 엄게 나체인가 안에 도서 so 그다음에 그거는 그대로는 하면서 공부 페이스다 부수 아니 나한테 주 세던 공고야 참 거예요.
So from there to tired or very weary, then go to the subtle mind called with the recitation of the mantra. So on the recitation of mantra here said at the sacred place or navel of myself. So there's a two-way, but for the beginner practitioner, it's better to visualize at the navel place. The luminosity appearance of the yogini is a red damodaya, like the wheel of a fire. At the center is a red lotus On the middle of the lotus is the sun. On the center is the sun, is the red syllable bomb. And around that edge of that, the mantra garland circle in the counterclockwise manner. When recited the mantra, seed and seed syllable are unmoving, while the mantra garland circle counterclockwise fire sleep faster and faster. So when you're visualizing on the navel, as I think it's better is visualized at the navel area, and as the text mentioned on the Dharmadaya, then they have the what called Vajrayogini mandala of and that on there as a red lotus on the lotus sun, and so then on the sun as have a bomb syllable standing like a like a standing wood, and on the bomb surrounding the outside of the corner or the outside of the rim. And the first is called the planting the mantra. I think it's called the planting the mantra. It means the putting, when you putting clockwise, om sawa buddha daji nim bezamba rozana yin bezamba rozana pe swaha. That's it, clockwise. Okay, putting like one by one, clockwise to goes. Then when it start spinning the mantra, when you reciting, and lead. So once lead, then go to counterclockwise. So from yourself, counterclockwise mean like in your inside of your body, when you're pointing or planting the mantra, like this clockwise, go clockwise inside here. But then clockwise, start with the spinning with the counterclockwise.
There was a question online. Somebody asked, is it pronounced bomb or palm?
I think Sanskrit sometimes say correct pronunciation is a bomb. Tibetan said a bomb.
다 뒤도 그 난친 데라 수땡이 저기 셈다 땡이 저기 와 이무가 땡이 저기 셈 다들 셈땡이가 다 주도 모주 이 합소 나올 지당 난친 함께 용고도 참고 땡도 난친 용고들이야 저와 가시 나올이야 다 단대 나랑 빼 빠르게 일단 이무도 이무도 칠 때네 와 당근에 그 모주 가시 나올 때 저와 나올 이무도 나올 때 이게 뭐죠? 손나를 때. 어다 되게 시에도. 다 되게 그 개발은 뭐다 수수 공 개발을. 다 데이터 거기 생기 땡이잖아. 내대로 껍소리야. 다 한국이 이게 이 투가 싸운 게 이게 밤들이야. 넘버텔라 세트와. 근데 리베 신동난 친구 이게 코란 인도레 신도 세트. 다 데려야 배고 뭐라 무슨 난 친구 다 배 죽고 hello setup 당고 number 될 setup 근데 이 인주다 난진 때려 왜 number 트렌드가 왜 트렌드 number 될이야 setup 될이야 수대 근데 그 꼬르드가 돼 코랑 꼬르셔 고쳐게 꼬르드가 칼리 신도를 고 당고 꼬르드가 다 칼리고 나 담바 가서 인 칼리 근데 칼리로 조르 치게 돼 왜 number 짜고 왜 number 따고 그거 다 뒤도 타나 라마로 무징 손다 답변은 이 문에 재미는 밑준주 친구 문에 sem들 땡기지 내내 되려야 가시 숙체 잡이는 꼬려야 되려야 망고 꼬려 숙체 잡는 아니 닝마 대와탕 그래서 룽이 숙여와 닝마 대와다 라소 용시고 이 인류가 저 딘데기야 디값 딘데기 내추럴 중국 값으로 저 이마게 사분이 인부들 셋每个做下，有了，难听过来的了嘛下去， 양 가시에 남도 출 망고 제네 양 용제 리베 있는 양 클리어 수 응앙고들 양 수샤 다 강다 생디 단대 되려 양 전식 신의 넘버 되려 라고 봐. 다 되려 줘 된다 그래서
So this is called the father tantra and mother tantra. And the mother tantra is all the mantra is counterclockwise. So supposed to be one counterclockwise, actually mantra is a face inside. Clockwise, mantra is a face outside. But here is the mantra is a looks face outside, but doesn't matter. But actually when you're writing mantra normally come in the clockwise is inside. You know, counterclockwise, if you bend the outside and it become a counterclockwise, if you bend the inside, it's become if you bend the paper, it become a clockwise. If you bend, it's become a counterclockwise. So when you bend, it's become a mantra face inside. So this is also become a recollection of the mind, mindfulness. So first try to concentrate on this one by one, those all mantra syllables. Then try to concentrate on the light from that mantra. Then concentrate that mantra is a start spinning, slowly spinning, and it's a get faster, faster, then become a light. But Rinpoche said, His Eminence Lamkir Rinpoche said, people who, how to say this?
Agitate.
No, people who have a psychological problem, sometimes it become, mind become a little bit disturbed, arise as an agitation from that. Then shouldn't concentrate on that, more concentrate on the bomb syllable. Mantra is spending the mantra, but you're mainly concentration on the seed syllable of the bomb. But then sometimes when we're concentrating on the seed syllable of the bomb, also arising the conceptual. When those conceptual come in, then again go back to the concentrate on the seed syllable. The mantra, circling mantra. So both ways, mainly as a try to protect your mind from the conceptual, try to keep in the mind as a mindfulness.
탐지 코랑 취니 코랑 뭐 남군 촉진 송죽이 나방안에 이봐 얘는 임바라 안에 지심바도 내대고 되려야 다 보면 좀 따외게 쓸때야 안에 시에도
Conforme yo soy.
따외 쓸
So this recitation is called visualization of the mantra is called the nail of the concentration of the deity. Then the recitation is called the nail of the essence mantra. And above there is also light, radiated light in, what called the offering to those is called the nail of the in Latin activity of the emanation of the emanation and absorption. Then here, nail of the unchanging understanding of the enlightened mind of the deity. So that one is this is a completion stage of, you know what? Como minyo di well. Ser sumba kavar.
타게 다 님부 타게 간 데베 값수
Oh.
타웨 딩 타워 랑싱 랑다 양 타워 코라 세트 거 상도 아 딩만 많이 신도 다 랑싱 때가 때가 다 이제 다 춘이 아 양나 코르 심리 주고 되기 나는 예야 되려야 다시 랑싱出세다고 잠좀 마쇼기 이제 로제 추수 주고 이만 인바 다디 말이야 내가 되려 고마움으로 따위를 세트로 시행했어요. 이 나래 안에 다시 버디 프로덕트 칠레 있을 샤랑 거. 이 간에서 이거는 안에 당당만치 딜레 남 유마랑 시행고 신도 안만치 딜레 워서 추인들 장게 대원의 추인들가 안에 장게 내송 대원의 집에 내 신의 워서 카도 까마 추인들 안 카도 까마 대워서 디기네 안에 최별 항목도 보여서 주인에게 안에 야 초주 산지 신강의 야 추복 그거 다 탐제 산지다 탐제기 통기 공부에 있는 거 지나가라 소가 탐제랑을 주다 월세기 남아 굿 대내랑 남친들의 월세 추는데 막안 좋아서 좀 신기 탐제로 월세디 차윤도가 안에 제조근데 탐제 다네 안에 도진내 주변 방식이经过的 具体身间上到今天就让是一个上，他出去起来给他细往这个点，因为俺的我是这样，安尼考说的，对切给落了点那个，安尼细往这个村多呀，俺说了说个穷啊的，那他出去起来是的，这三节个考说的在去过的龙骨的松骨的那边，主要身间的团在个地方恰通的点我的是。
So third one is from the four nail of the it's called the nail of unchanging understanding of the enlightened mind of the deity, which is mean that then within this recitation or mantra you stay on the state of that ultimate view, without the removing from the ultimate state of that view. So that way that is called the nail of the unchanging. Okay, so then that is the third nail, and fourth nail is called the nail of the enlightened activity of emanation and absorption. So this is from the mantra radiate light at especially the secret place or navel of the Vajrayoginis, and radiate light also heart and the other part of the wheel of chakra and of the Vajravarahi, then radiate the light, then the light transform into the offering, and offering to all the 10 direction Buddha and Bodhisattva, and return with the blessings, again radiate light and transform the outer universe as a mandala of the Vajrayogini, and inner sentient being transformed to the Vajrayoginis, every sentient being purified and transformed the Vajrayoginis, and that is called the nail of the enlightened activities. So there's a four kind of activities: pacify, magnetize, increasing, wrathful, and based on the benefit of which way to activity, also the light ray of light can be different colors, based on the activities.
안에 다显著忘记到不比让嘞追星让嘞去星안에让嘞对话了说个他绝对个那个一差我钱的他这个差对方的当然后就几点没差下面的当然没这个好说的今年他们好说的几点来了说个恰恰他们周餐的他们这里7月那个怕就不好意思근데 다 체외기 내가도 좀 누가는 체와 대한 당고랑 나랑 류지 조항가 아니 밤에게 고차당 때 제거게 아니 수 가수를 수 제거 인도가 다 늘주도가래 림베신 늘주거레스 다디 늘주도게 림베기 동이 데이터고 그 치마 동에다고 정치라 아니 조링이 나바티기 아니 정거레스 이 인도가 아니 튜드웨츠네 아니 랑그 사본 밤들의 월초 인도가 안 늘주 탐제 도마 치 늘 탐제 월슈네 랑 수지 아니 랑그 류티야 아니 뜨당 매니네 랑신고 수쇼연 아니 대외의 밤로 수 당보나 대 다와당 니마다 되게 대를 수티 되네 다와 니마야 안치는데 안치야 밤로티 아 밤이야 효능이 다 방코랑이 단다 나타다고 유대되고 그동안 이 나타다고 네가 셈데 이 나타다고 네가 셈데니 저지그 제점내 투두보도샤 얘네 샤 투무도 사는 나타디야 아니 예수만 다 추니코랑 주공오랑지 다외가 파토데 다 딩가랑도 치와 조랭이 남바 정치기 내가 된 거예요.
So then after the recitation of mantra, then is called the within the separable of the yourself as a deity. So manifest from the self and offering to the self. So that way here is a have an offering and a praise to the deity. Once the offering and praise is done, then called the dissolutions. Last part is the dissolutions. Even ordinary human being, once born, so someday have to die. That death is called the dissolution. So so a similar way, then we have to dissolve this one. So all the outer like universe or the sentient being, everyone is dissolved to the mandala, and the mandala dissolved to the deity, deity dissolved to the principal deities as a from the outside to inner to dissolve. Then one come to the principal deity from the head to down and a toe to up, dissolve as kind of like get into toward to the heart. When get to the heart, and all this is dissolved to the mantra, and the sun and moon, and the seed syllable, and the seed syllable dissolved to the mantra, and the mantra dissolved to the bum. The bum melting from the bottom and slowly dissolve to the top. There is called the nada, small one, and dissolve to that, and concentrate on that. Try to stay on that state of the concentration much as you can. Then once that you get tired or something, then that one also kind of disappear and stay on that state of the emptiness.
다 됐다고 치워 조링하나 내대는 된 라양 당만도 집단계 주마다 집에 가서 치워디 내가 참제야 다 바로기 일을 좀 거です. 다들이 바로 일을 되게 제가 정치도 라양 내줘 봐야다 주마다 거디 도시 파문 거디 다 샤지 참이마치 또 남아 수시 먹어서 다 내려야 특제 주요 내려도 괜히 롱탄 양다데 남시 숨고 라양이 내줘 봐야 뉴스총 유메르시 달라샤 시 스타트 숨고는시 다 바로기 단대게 일르디 전에 아니 남바 타베게 아니 롱주 쪽에 고안 양은 유메르로 입고 있는 다 수시는 거です로
딩이 롱다
니 롱탄 양다데
롱다 양다제
양다데 롱시 님이 고고 어디 이제 남바 시고 숨고 라양이스 내줘 봐야 뉴스총 스타 수도면 유메르시 달라시 스타트 타고다
딩이 롱다 양다데 넘버 쉐바데니
라양이스 내줘 봐야 뉴스총
내줘 봐야 뉴스총 유메르시
달라시
So even ordinary, once died, they born in the intermediate state. Yeah, intermediate state. So in the intermediate state called the mental body. It's not gross body. It's called the subtle body or mental body. Similar way, then again manifests as a Vajrayogini after the dissolution. So this after the dissolution, manifests in Vajrayogini is the purification of the intermediate state. Yeah. So there's called that is with the wind element. yin lung da yang da de.
Nam shi sumbu layang is ro. Nenjo bai lu su chu.
Na shi sumbu.
Ta this wora lung sin ni mi de da ane de nam shi di jo wora. De nam ba shi ba di ta yu ga ya. Nam yu yin ma ba de yile de chu wora. Ta di ba de yile de long bu nam ba chu ku nam ba su sha ya. You make ku su tan. Ta jimba athe ma shung.
Yeah. So that state of nature is again raised back to the illusory body. It's called the yogi, the illusory body. So it's a raise up to the illusory with the it's called the lung sem and nisumeba. It's with those three, lung as a wind, sem as a mind, and those two inseparable of those two. So that way they with these three and raise up as an illusion body again. So it's which is mean the intermediate state mental body.
So that is the we getting that from the Jitang family to go Jitamida house or do some shoes having it. But it's not given what the Kasura and around to Tanda Jishimba, you go married there, that is long to set to come young Yukala and the Dina was soon she was given when you to shoot change Trevor Combs, not Trevor Combs, and then Sugar minimum double. gomne zheba ni jiang zhemi qi shi ma de da bu da tang gu de da bu ji kar so re ji xin ba ji da zhemi da yun guo ma de de da tan de gi na ba da bu lam qi dong wen du na ba lam de qian ni da kar so re gong ba yun de ga la ren xi ne zhe jie qu di zhemi da bu da zhuo tu ro de da bu da yong gu huo de.
So this is called the generation stage as a kind of elaborated activities or elaborated meditations, because there's a lots of stage by stage. By that elaboration of a generation stage is an elaboration stage. So by that elaboration state of the meditation, reach to the unelaborated mind state. So then the dedication. Dedication is have to be go ahead kind of like qualities. Without the quality, you cannot dedicate it. Quality means the merit. So this is the last session of three called the virtues. So virtue as the end. Virtue as the end is with the dedication. So dedication is what quality or ahead is through the meditation of the generation stage, completion stage, and those all practice is main practice is we dedicating. So by that to reach to the union of the union stage of the complete of the Vajradhara state, yeah? The Dharmakaya or Vajradhara, every sentient being reached to that state.
So that is the and Kasure, do Zamilani, so Jinejuma Deni Kaingo, Shemi Jiring, 도들 좀 휴사위 뭐 뭐 선이 공부를 들으려 그러다
선이.
선이는 뭐 사직 되는 공부
Yes. So this is the
a lo que se llama al estado unificador de la Tatrahedron o de la pantalla. Entonces es no nada más para nosotros, sino para que todos los seres vivientes puedan llegar al estado de la pantalla.
okay. So this is the now we're going to conclude here, and this is briefly instruction on this text. And tomorrow I will request Rinpoche to transmit. After the transmission, we will practice and meditate. So tomorrow around, should I say 9? 9 o'clock.
I have a question.
Yes.
So after the dissolution, then when you come back, why do you need to emerge back into the Vajrayogini again? That's because that's the illusion body in the bardo. That's why you emerge back again as Vajrayogini.
Durim gichi de la yanjara Vajrayogini seji orba. Di cho di en pe parto ki yilu di chamber chave cho rebe
Yes.
Yes.
And then you stay in that Vajrayogini image as yourself. And then what do you do after that? Then you dissolve that again.
Then they jail ta karche ores then ta raja desh ores then yanja durin che ores.
No.
다 시에벌 저랑 메시지 나로야 다 메시지 시에서 이내 니샤 지금 깨지당 차례 답변은 저랑 공다만 예도 되간라 당도 치외 조름디다 차고 그래서 많이 해도 된 나토미 두고도 왔어 나토미 맞은 원도로야 너는다고 용야 주고였어 어떤 다티 단대기 가는 농구 남바 유름 남바 파도 남바 땅 거です 근데 마치 치리신 거. 다 저게 야라 인디간라 지난 민나바디 짱한두간 기린 남바만에 좋다는 거です. 다 거다 직전에 메시지 시어를 직전에 니샤 거란 나로를 되게 뒤대야 그래서 다 다른 시어로서는 생기랑 신기 거란 거 춘이 그 조단 저로 디 구송거랑 신남 남샤다가 거란 나로 그거 그랬어. 다 디바 제마디 정치를야 구송기 남바 뭐한테 장고 그랬어.
So this is like this is lifetimes actually. This is lifetimes same like we talk about the birth, we talk about the life, we talk about the death. So this is same as a generation stage. I mean, and all the recitation of mantra and everything is a life. Then dissolution is a death. So like when you end of the day you go to sleep. When you go to sleep, before the deep sleep, you have some kind of like a kind of sleepy head. That is the same as a illusory body. Then after the deep sleep, again when you wake up, then you again come back to the generation stage. So this is just keep continually to
practice. Continues to practice.
Yeah.
다 될어 저랑 그 하고야 저 코란디 말하는 무슨 시 랑싱 시되어 왔어. 다 개디 저랑 그 조금 원에 이 시기 랑시도 못 쳐비나 아니 대 조금 코란 뭐래야 답변은 바도 코란 원에 주로 니조로기 랑시도 좋다고 이 누가 다가야 말은 내고 대모셔 된내 마토가 임베인데 아니 지난 다가기 시디 마신도 시디기 남바도出장네 디 남바도 시도 좋고 차고 그래서
I think you got some sort of
다 고모 셰 셰비는 지금 대니 양상다 지금 저거래 요모래 셰워
No.
다 다다 셰워 신도 나랑 그 최고 롱주고 솜스 고솜스 막 로스 이거를 뭐쇼기 탐지 찍도 되더라고 다 지난 발도 롱고 끝나봐 나는 무엇을 신기 뭐 최또 되어 있나 다가 말레기 다 춘이 되어시베니 뭐 코란 신 나봐 다베 충남고 초딩 모은한데 됐네 수도가네 야네 그 강지 랑게 셈비 로 나봐 또 베기 뒤치기 로디 자완이네 요마 뒤뒤치랑 강디 뒤치 로 메드가 사바가 제로 매업 차고 사미로 뒤차고 다 된다고 마요 그들가 디 카소를 뒤치 로다 사제기 남도 되게 좋은데 디 남도 디 정치라 다 구성된 남자디 그만이 저랑 다 비타그라 장고
Till you purify all this conceptual, you have to go this circulation of the three kayas: Dharma kaya, Sambhoga kaya, Nirmana kaya. This like one earlier meditation of the emptiness is Dharma kaya. Then will you visualizing the generation stage as a Nirmana kaya. Then after the dissolution to then again the manifesting as a the illusory body as a Sambhoga kaya. So those are continue until you meet to the ultimate nature of your mind. So there's no like sometimes take break or sometimes go away or something. So that way you don't have to go to anywhere from that state. So this have to keep going continually until you reach to the final realizations.
Okay, so then by the end of the practice, I can still see myself as the Vajrayogini. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Great.
Thank you.
When you drive, you can really Vajrayogini.
So
people see people see very funny.
Actually, that is a really good.
People-
When you try to do something bad, then you think, oh, I'm a Vajrayogini. She's not allowed to do this one. When you touch the wine bottle, oh, Vajrayogini cannot have this one.
People been asking.
Pay attention to driving.
Yeah, pay attention to driving. That's true. Be mindfulness.
People have asked where they can download the text. It's going to be available.
Ask to Miss Ellen. She is the owner of the text. She works so hard. So
Could she
only
send to you
her
and then
permission.
send to
Huh?
everybody?
Huh?
Could she send to you and then just send out to the group like you normally do?
I think normally she sent.
Okay.
Yeah, she sent here on here. So please ask to Dikun Atisha Center, Miss Ellen. She is the in charge of the text. And I know nothing about the text. I know nothing about how to put them together. Even I don't know how to read it that well. And the Spanish one is asked to Miss Alia. She translated, within the 2 days, I think she did something like that and make that ready. And Ellen helped her to design. So only those two ladies work hard to the text make available for this retreat. So please, I want to say thank you first to them. Not just only using the text, also supporting the making text and helping, and also they spending their lots of time on this, and so I appreciate. Of course, their merit, no one can take away, but sometimes we take away their skill without showing appreciation. So please say thank you to them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
much.
And of course, thank you to Rinpoche to explaining, because if you don't know the meaning, then even you have a text, 100 texts, it's useless, just garbage.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Rinpoche,
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Thank
Namo
you.
Chenga Rinpoche. Namo
Thank
Kempo
you.
谢谢，Thank you Rinpoche。
Thank you so much.
High resolution.
And it's just Khenpo Tenzin Nyama said, text is a really good quality and really well designed. So, Miss Ellen, thank
High
you so much.
resolution.
Thank you, Ellen. Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
Rinpoche.
Also, thank you staying too late, Ellen and Rosie and some of you, I think in Asia, still not sleeping. That's a really dedicated mind. Doje Jangjen Delen Aro Mambai Melai Chuje Kambo Muen Drobai Jabai Jigwamba Kajue Lama Nanje Tashi Sho Tonan Die Tanje Sebanye Tonai Nyembe Tonai Bajet Jegai na je paloi trobai je sebe solen trovai trovai sho Lama gunga savrai sovan de chodo goze renwai sovan Tile tajen jeba sovan Lama dan jawai membai jinje loi Jambe pawe jidai jemba Kundo sambo de yan de jen de da kunje jiso dalo Gyawan de da tanje rado ngo Jambe pawe jidai jemba Kundo sambo de yan de jen de da kunje jiso dalo Gyawan de da tanje rado ngo Saje kuson nyimbe chelo Chinye menjo dembe chelo Jinde meje dembe chelo Chidra ngwanshe molon drobo Sho Tam jeje de sondo sabada yebe geve zawande Nyondo dunje danje nyondo lana membo Yanda vazobe janju remboje toba yoje Shejaye kunze kunje che tendre nela wando dega Renjem beje demba sede Chetu tozang gombe zenjo cheers. Thank you so much everyone.
Thank
Muchas
you.
gracias and good night.